Oceanside High School's John Carroll Stadium, where we welcome you to another great local sporting event as KOCT Sports and Oceanside Unified School District present high school track and field competition between the visiting Wildcats of El Camino versus the Oceanside Pirates. I'm John Jednak along with Manny Mancias, and first we'd like to present our national anthem. All right, everybody, you know the sport of track and field has its roots in human prehistory. Track and field style events are among the oldest of all sporting competitions. Running, jumping, and throwing are natural and universal forms of human physical expression. So the first recorded examples of organized track and field events go back almost 3,000 years. So as we're over here in Oceanside and getting ready for the event that's going on today for the track and field competition. So, Manny, wouldn't you say, and by the way, I'm joined again by Manny Mancias. Manny, wouldn't you say that this competition is not only between two great high schools as teams, but also each athlete that competes against their own previous performance?
Absolutely. That's one of the things that's unique about the track and field sport. We have not only the team competition points that each individual contributes to, but you have the individual competitor competing against themselves.
All right, thanks, Maddie. So, by the way, we do have an interview. We have an interview coming up down on the sidelines, and let's go down to Bella.
Thank you, John and Manny. My name is Bella Caius. I'm here with Oceanside Pirates coach Jesse Gian. So, Coach Gian, how have you prepared your runners for this event?
Well, the kids have been working hard. They've been training hard. Our motto is hard work pays off. So day in and day out, the kids are here on time, stressing the importance of consistency and training. And they've all been doing that, and they're well prepared for today. We look forward to a good day today.
What was a challenge this season during the pandemic?
COVID has stricken us from athletes. We used to have over 100 kids on our program. Right now we're at 27. So with all the sports currently active, we are depleted and we have no depth. We have very few athletes. You're going to see a lot of races with just El Camino due to the fact that we just don't have the athletes to fill those lanes. So,
thank you, Coach Gian. Back to you, John and Manny.
You know, I'm really glad that they addressed that. They addressed it because I did notice on a rundown here where there are a lot of races and events that are coming up that are one-sided. What I'd say is either El Camino or just some Oceanside competitors.
You take a look at the shot put event. You see El Camino comes in loaded with great athletes that always compete well into the finals of CIF. And here comes Oceanside with very few athletes. They definitely dedicated themselves to football.
So as we take a look at the events of the day today, Manny, why don't we talk a little bit about what's going on in track, some of the events, the competition, what's up?
We've got some great competitors here. Elon Osanowa is our leader in the county with the long jump. We've got Xavier Molina leading the triple jump for Oceanside.
And by the way, going to interrupt you a little bit because down on the field, let's go down to Leo for another interview.
Thank you, John and Manny. I'm Logan Gibba, and I'm here with Coach Isles. Now, Coach, what's it like training for an event like this right now?
Well, our training is a year-round deal. So the first third of the month, we do a lot of endurance. The middle third, we do a lot of strength work, uphills. And then when we get to this part of the season, there's a lot of speed work involved and stuff, so that we want to peak and have our best times at the end of the year. So this happens to be one of the last meets, so hopefully we show some good times today.
Now, is it different training for an event like this during COVID times?
The COVID really, once we get on the track and start training, it's just like any other time. We might have masks on most of the time, but the training doesn't change.
And now, is Oceanside a better competitor, you would say, and something you have to train harder for each year?
Well, just the enthusiasm of playing your rival and going against your rival, that creates the enthusiasm. So there's nothing extra we have to do. It's just there just because it's Oceanside, and they're always good. So that makes it even better.
Well, it sounds like we have a tough meet today. Good luck out there. Thank you, John and Manny. Back to you.
All righty, thanks so much, Logan, for that. We are back here at the stadium here in Oceanside. So, Manny, once again, we're just going to start going over some of the events.
Take a look at the shot put event. Hawken Miller comes in from El Camino, number 11 in California, with a throw of 53 feet 2 inches. He's followed by Carter Hoskins, also of El Camino, number 61 in California, with a throw of 46.4. So we'll keep a good eye on the shot put event today.
And then what else?
We got the long jump. As I said before, Elon Osanowa, number 3 in California, with a jump of 22.10. He leads the county.
And let's see. So we are, I think we're really close to getting the first events going.
Can you hear me clearly,
what I
too?
understand, about 2 minutes out
About 2 minutes out.
from the very first events. So we have events that are going to be going on track side and
Alongside
field
of the
side.
field side, exactly.
Same time.
So we start off with our shot put. It looks like we're going to be starting off with long jump as well. Pole vault to get started in a bit. Discus in a little bit as well. And then, of course, our running events shortly, probably within about another 2 minutes.
I think you already went over some of the players to watch on.
Say again?
I think you already went over some of the players to watch
Yep.
today. How about, as we get ready to start this off, how about a little background history of the coaches here?
Dedicated coaches, Sean Helgerson, Billy Isles, both with El Camino. The head coach of the girls is Billy's, and of course Sean is the boys' head coach. Do a great job year in and year out. They've got a great distance program that they seem to always generate some great distance runners. We're going to see a great runner today. Signs, who's running the 800. He's a great guy. He's coming in with about a 2:02 and a half. Just great coaching all around. Jesse Guillen on our side with Oceanside. You're going to see Oceanside has a number of returning graduates. Willie Buchanan's here. I think he was class of 68. You've got John Gibbs over there. You've got Christy. We're all doing a great job here. Of course, I'm one of the graduates as well, class of 76. So we all seem to come back and enjoy coaching and kind of reliving a little bit of our youth and our history here on the track.
So as we look down here on the track right now, they are going to start the first event, the girls 4x.
It's going to be the girls 4x1.
And that is going to be El Camino.
El Camino looks like they're going to be running by themselves today. Oceanside doesn't have that depth as Jesse spoke about. So they're going to be running against the clock. They come in with a seed time of 51:44. That's their best so far. Following Cathedral Catholic, who leads the county with the time of 48:03. Their girls team has posted the best time countywide. So we'll see what El Camino can do today and against the clock. So they'll be leading off our girls relay, followed by the boys JV.
It looks like they are getting set on the track for that.
See, the throwers are getting their warm-up throws in.
And we're really just starting to get acclimated ourselves. Which end of the field, which end of by what side of the track, where some of these other events are happening at the same time.
Exactly.
So the names on the first, as they get ready to do this relay for El Camino.
We have one competitor, number 108, Deborah Flores. She's going to be leading off. She's their number one who's going to be coming out of the blocks. She's going to hand off the baton to Jordan Hunt. It's competitor 111. Then she'll hand off to the number 3 runner, which is Angel Miller. And then their anchor is going to be Melanie Cabellos. Now, we have the opportunity to coach Melanie and Angel, who also come out and work with our dream team, the youth team that John Gibbs started years ago. So we'll see Melanie and Angel come out and they'll work with the youth team.
What is the dream
also.
team?
The dream team's a youth team. It's a youth track and field team that John Gibbs basically started off to basically as a feeder team. You've got some clubs that are down south in the city that have a good youth following. And then basically what that does, it gives the young kids an opportunity who don't play football, who don't play soccer, but do want to run track, gives them an opportunity to compete with AAU and with the USATF. So the dream team does a really good job. We'll see how well that Angel and Melanie does for us at the same time. We look forward to seeing a good race with El Camino.
Now, right now, I'm not seeing what everybody the viewers are seeing on screen. But I notice over in the corner pole vaulting. Are they practicing now, or are they getting ready to?
Right now, he's probably just getting all his competitors checked in. I can see John Westbrook's over there, so he's got his list, his board, and they're checking in. Basically whoever's going to compete, and then they'll get all set up and they'll do their warm-ups, and then they'll get the competition. It's probably started within another 15 minutes or so.
And then we're up in the up in the press box up here. So as they get ready to start the relay, I take it they're going to start it to our right.
Yeah, right here where you see the start-finish line. That's where they're going to start. They have the blocks all set up, and it's going to be a four handoffs in one lap. Basic 4x1. Each competitor is going to run 100 meters. So it looks like they've got themselves ready.
So how do they typically set this up? Do you have your quickest runner first? I mean, how does it go? Or do you want the last runner?
If you've got a good starter, if you've got somebody who can come out of the blocks really strong, that's the person who you want as your number one. Because they're going to come out, they're going to run the curve strong. They're going to come out of the blocks. A strong 200 runner is good for the blocks. That's how you're going to start it off.
We're still getting ready here for this first event, the first 4x100 meter relay that is being run, as we said before, by El Camino.
Now you'll notice on the corners, there's going to be a flag person on each corner, and they're designated basically to watch the exchange, that the exchange is within the legal limits. There's going to be markers on the turf, if you can see. There's arrows that mark where they can exchange in the lane. If they go beyond that, then of course they'll be disqualified. If they drop the baton, of course, then there's a disqualification on their own. But they're going to be running against themselves, so there shouldn't be a problem because they're quite used to their exchange zones. I've seen them run a few times. Very good and very efficient. So once you see on the corners that the white flags go up, the man in red, who's our CIF starter, he'll see that. He'll look around, blow his whistle, and then they'll basically have the green light to start the race.
And I would have to say, weather speaking, this has got to be a great day for track.
It's a
no
great
sunshine,
day.
Clouds, little breeze.
a little cool breeze. One thing that we've always had to work against is that that wind coming from the southerly direction, and you're running down on a headwind coming into the final stretch. It's been forever that way.
Yeah, and as we look at the flag, there it is.
I think one of the worst things we used to have to experience years ago, when Steve Schofield was covering us with the Blade Tribune, he'd be at the end of the finish line with his pipe, and we'd finish a race and we'd die, not only from running but also from Steve's smoke. So thank God that they don't allow that on campus anymore. But Steve Schofield, boy, he's a legend in his own time, and really a great reporter, beat reporter for the years.
Blade Tribune. Isn't
Blade
that
Tribune.
original building a restaurant now?
God, I think it's that or some kind of a estate warehouse, if I'm not mistaken. Good things, good memories, good men.
You know, we're just. It looks like we're getting ready to start. Kinda.
About seconds away, it looks like the starter's got his guys. He's got his eye down here at the other end of the field, but all the athletes are ready. Okay, he's got his gun up. He's practice shot. Once again, we remind you, El Camino comes in with the time of 51:44.
Now, what does that do to a runner if you have to stand there for 5 or 6 minutes and you're already warmed up?
Well, you see, they keep shaking their legs, so they're trying to stay loose. You see Melanie down at the end here, the anchor. She's staying loose by shaking her legs, so she's not getting up. She's not getting wound up. Okay.
So we got one flag up there.
Okay. Runners in the blocks.
So we were close.
Yeah, he
What
called
happened?
her out. It looks like they're kind of working something at the starter's desk.
So as we were saying earlier, El Camino comes in with, what, 64? And
64 athletes.
And normally over 100. And then
Do you figure El Camino's been running with about 150 or so the last couple of years? We had up to 78 last year. So 78 compared to what we have this year's 28 athletes that are competing, and that's JV and varsity.
And of course, when you say we, you're referring to Oceanside.
Of course, Oceanside, I have the opportunity to be volunteering and coaching here at the school as well. So, and of course, the alma mater serves its purpose.
But today, of course, you have your neutral hat on, don't you?
Yeah, I'm sitting right beside you here. We have a good time. We get to be broadcast the best of everything that Oceanside has to offer. And that's one thing, we've always had some really good talent coming out of this city. I'm still waiting.
So what's happening on the other end? I see a little bit of high jump going on over there.
The high jumpers are just starting to warm up. She missed her jump. Then you've got shot put going. Of course, El Camino's doing their thing over there. And let's see who they have over there in the long jump. Looks like Silas Humorin is on the runway right now getting ready to do one of his jumps. That's from Oceanside. His best jump coming in is 18 feet, 0.25 inches.
Okay, we got a couple of shots here of the girls still warming up. We're trying to keep warm here on the track.
Well, they're kind of being held right now. Looks like they're having technical difficulties at the.
Wonder if that's with the
official's desk.
timer.
Yeah, the official timer. Looks like he's working on something down there. So
And we can go.
we had
through-
the head coach for Oceanside, of course, is Jesse Guillen. And we have Willie Buchanan, of course, who's our #1 conditioning coach. You know, he came out of the NFL. Tony Sanchez, Oceanside's backup coach's assistant. Jack Gose, he's on assignment right now with Marine Corps. Christy Benson Clark, she's one of our throws coach, discus throws. She's been with the team for years. Sean Turner's our hurdles coach.
And let's see, do we have something we're throwing up for El Camino as well? Taking a look more at the coaches roster.
There you go with El Camino. You got Billy Isles. She's the head coach with women. Tara Sarnacki. She's women's female coach. She's one of the best distance coaches we see in the North County. Todd Nash, head coach. Alicia Bird, Mike Westbrook, Oceanside graduate, class of '74. He coaches the pole vault. And we've got Sean Helgerson, excellent coach. He's the men's boys head coach, along with their assistant coach John.
Okay, and we are coming over, we're taking a little closer look at discus throw here while we get ready for the track events to get underway. So it looks like we have number 117.
El Camino.
Get ready to. And let's see, there was a toss right there.
Yeah. You can't tell what kind of distance they have, but it looked like a fairly good throw she had. It was effortlessly done.
So that's the first throw of the day that we're seeing. As they try to.
Sounds like the starter's got his first race ready to go. Technical difficulties out of the way.
And here's the next discus throw right there. That was a pretty good toss as well. And we're getting ready for the track event to start.
We got our first race coming up here. The girls 4x1. And El Camino's running by themselves today.
And
all start.
It was close.
That's our first stall. Now he didn't shoot the gun, but she stumbled out of the block, so he's going to give her a little advisory. That's one thing that we see with our CIF officials, our starters. Every one of these officials works very well with the athletes. They see that if they're having a little difficulty, they're going to take the time to show them the right way or to help them get through the little difficulty that they have.
Okay, so now we are getting back to the starting gate here.
Guns up.
Getting close.
There she goes.
And away. Here we go. And
that's Deborah Flores leading them off.
Rounding her first turn, and she hands off
she
two.
Looks like she made it just in time. That's Jordan Hunt. Yes, sir.
Then it'll be Angel Miller next. Get the baton.
She's handing it off to Melanie Caballos.
Melanie gets the baton, and she's coming in.
She's bringing it home.
And we're bringing it home to the finish line. So a little over 53?
Yeah, roughly close to 53, 52.6, maybe 53.
And that, of course, would not be the best time, but pretty close. Was it 51.44 was her best?
Yeah, that's a little far off the mark.
And you may have heard that right there, but coming up next for boys 4x1 coming up to the track. That's at the 10-yard line on the south end of the field. So once again in this boys, oh no, is this is junior varsity?
It looks like this is a varsity race. I don't see any JV out there. This is both varsity, so unless they're not running this next race.
So we do have Oceanside and El Camino competing
in this next race.
Yeah.
And that's varsity.
You can see it in your eyes.
So it looks like at the very starting off here for Oceanside, is that Ja'Cory?
That's Ja'Cory. You got it right. Ja'Cory Goodson. Followed by Xavier Molina is our number 2. Blake Heisinger is going to be our number 3. He'll be on the turn, and he's going to hand it off to Elon Osanawo. El Camino,
Christopher Greich.
Christopher Greich, handing off to Jaden Ayala, and he's handing off to Kyle Guides, and then bringing it home will be Elijah Cavallos. Now that, if you can recognize the last name, looks like it's Melanie's brother. Silently, we know that brother and sister running on this varsity team for El Camino. They're doing a really good job out there.
And it looks like in this event, the best time of these two schools would be over to Oceanside at 44.28.
Now, right now they come in with a higher seed. El Camino comes in with a 45.14, their best. Our county leader, of course, once again, is Cathedral Catholic. They lead the county with a time of 42.82 in the boys 4x1. So this should be a good race. This looks like it's going to play out to be one way or the other. I think we're going to see a tight race. It could be anybody's, this one. So the starters got them up. The flags are all white. Runners are ready. And they're in the blocks.
And we're going to go up here.
There they go.
The boys 4x100 meter relay.
Good exchange, both teams. Looks like Molina's taking the lead right now.
Coming up
Good
next
exchange, quick exchange for Oceanside. Looks like Oceanside has about a 5-meter lead. They're on the inside turn. So Elon gets the stick.
Elon
He's being chased down by Caballos.
Is pulling away. Gonna have a good time here.
Excellent. Looks like about a 44-1, 44-2. We'll see what they come up with officially. Okay, that looks good.
So that was a good race.
Now we're going to be following this 4x1 with the girls 1600 meter JV run. That's coming up here, and that's event number 5.
And actually, it looks like we have green and yellow.
So actually, and I see that too, it looks like we see varsity on the field, no, all JV.
They're coming up, and now we got another shot over at discus.
They're going to run them all
as well.
together. Oh, okay, there's good girls discus.
And they look like a toss there. So we will be going back and forth throughout today. It's a very busy day, a lot of different things going on at the same time. And even though we may focus a little bit more on the track, there are different events that are taking place, and we're going to try and hit it all. Don't worry.
We'll get you there. We'll comment on it. We'll do our best. Now we're going to see a really good group of distance runners here with El Camino's, their boys and girls distance team. Tara does a real good job. Discipline. They have the best discipline as far as the way they do their workouts and what the competitors bring. But El Camino's just got a fantastic distance program going out there. Okay, he's got them on the line. Starter, gun is up, and there they go.
And they're off. And away. 1,600 meter run. That's 4 times.
4 times around the lap. 4 times around the track. Yes, sir.
And of course, I think in this, of course, there is the original pacing.
I think this El Camino runner, if I get the number right, this could be McCall Dane. competitor number 105. She comes in with a time of 5:24 on the 1600. I believe that's her out front.
And this is a strenuous event. I don't know of anybody that, I mean, really enjoys it as much as you would one time around the track. But let's see, who is here in the lead? Okay, so we do have an interview coming up down in the field as they continue to run around the track a few times here. Let's go down to get an interview with Elon.
Thank you, John and Manny. I'm Colin Sheffield. I'm here with Elon, who just won the 4x1 for his team Oceanside. Elon, what did you do to prepare for today's race?
This week we really went in, we really tried to get technical. We knew we could run fast. We really wanted to be technical, get sound, so we could be good.
Wow. What was your mindset while running that race?
Dominate. All I wanted to do was dominate, win against my opponent.
Man, that's a great mindset. So, what other events are you participating in today?
Today I'm participating in the long jump, the 100, 200.
All right. So, you ran a pretty good time for this event. What's your personal best?
My personal best is an 11.19 seconds.
Oh, wow, nice. All right. So, how has COVID-19 impacted your season this year?
COVID has really impacted my season. I mean, we went with a lot of what ifs and what could and what not. But finally to have a season and come out here and do it, it means the world.
Man, that's great to hear. Thank you, Elon. Good luck today. Back to you, John and Manny.
Okay, that's competitor number 105, McCall Dame out in front.
And in second,
I can't
Can
get
you
the
make
number
that
off her
one
bib
out?
right there. Either India or Alex. Right now we see that El Camino leads the race, so they're leading 1, 2, 3, followed by Oceanside, who's number 4. But McCall Dame's way out in front. She's got a good pace going, good stride. She looks very comfortable out there. Good arm motion.
so this is an event. It's 4 times
4 laps.
around this track.
So I think they've got 2 out of the way. Now they're working on the 3rd.
And by the way, if we do happen to have anybody that's down on the track that could do a little spotting for us, it's a little difficult to make out some of the numbers of the runners on the track. That would be great.
That's McCall out front. So we know that's McCall. I believe that's Alex Boyle out in second. That's 103.
And so this is the final time.
Yeah.
Final time around the track.
This could be India Moores. Competitor number 118. So as we see it, El Camino leads the race, 2nd and 3rd. So they're going to sweep this one.
Number 115 and number 124 just coming across here
And 124.
in front of us. 115 and 124 for El Camino.
That's Liliana Tamariz. She's JV out of El Camino. You see coming off the turn right there in mid-turn is McCall. Looks like she's going to finish really strong here. She's most likely going to pass up her JV competitor. She's finishing strong coming off the turn. She's got a
Okay,
time of
and this-
5:10 coming up, 5:11, 5:12.
And that's our leader right
That's
there.
our leader right there coming into the finish. She's down about 40 meters. 5:20, 22, 23. It's about a 5:25.3. That's a good run.
And on that, what is I don't see a, oh yeah, it is. There it is, a seed time.
Looks like she was just a little bit over her seed time.
So coming in next, again, trying to
That's
get
a
some of the
third-place
numbers
finisher,
here.
Which, now this is JV, their first place coming in. Girls are working hard to finish strong, as they always do. Oceanside's finishing strong, followed by El Camino.
And the time right now at about 6 minutes and a half as this one crosses.
And then we have another one, 2 more on the field. And that'll finish that race.
And no matter what point you finish in, a lot of enthusiasm.
You know, that's the thing. Whenever they run, you're always going to see your end finishers are always going to get a good round of applause. Everybody's pulling for them. They know how hard it takes, the work it takes, and how hard it is when you're running this race. So you see, they start giving a round of applause, and here comes El Camino's last, their final finisher. See, she's pushing hard to finish. And she comes in at about 7:19.
So there you go. You know, for the moms and the dads that are watching now, how do they get their child started in track and field in North County? if
You
they
know,
wanna do it?
there's a couple good programs. You know, we have, again, the Dream Team I was saying before, that it's a club team that we run with AAU, USATF. It meets, you know, indoor and the outdoor championships. You know, that's always a good start. Middle schools right now, all the local middle schools are running really good programs for track and field. So you've got a fast runner that's coming out of grade school. You want to introduce them to track and field. That's the place to start them there, either with a club team like ours, or the middle school teams. But you know, those are all the feeder schools that really help. And without that, then we don't have teams that that we can field when they get to high school. And then beyond that, it's college. You know, in our case.
Okay, we're back over on discus. What do you know about discus?
Boy, very little. I know that it's a disc, and you kind of throw it, and if you're lucky, you can make it fly like a flying saucer. But that's about it. That's a difficult.
How much does it weigh?
Oh,
I mean, it's
God,
all
about 6 kilos or something like that. Don't know the weight. That's one thing I've kind of shied away from. It's one of it's one of those. I don't know it. I don't touch it. But it takes a lot to master that, and just a little at a time. You know, our head coach over there works well with our people and all kids, and does a good job trying to get them to understand the throws and get it balanced. So.
And if you remember my intro here, I mean, a lot of this stuff goes back almost 3,000 years to when we started it, as humans.
Throwing a rock, throwing a stone,
Right.
chasing somebody, seeing if you could catch them, and then doing the relays, from here to there. But yeah, it's a very primitive start. We track and field. There's no questions of the throws, of course.
But it's not. And it is, as I said before, it is competition between teams, as we see here, El Camino and Oceanside. But it's individual competitions intermixed in it.
Exactly. And that's something we can expand on right now. You have the opportunity to.
Hey, and look, we got some pole vaulting and going up and not quite over with the pole vault.
As one of our Oceanside competitors, she's new to the event. She's see, who do we have competing? She is just one of the most energetic young ladies we have on the team. I haven't caught her name yet, but she's tried everything. She's jumping, she's running, she'll do anything you ask of her right now because she wants to learn everything there is to learn about track and field. Let's see where we have her. Do we have her entered?
Looking at pole vaulting here between Oceanside and El Camino. As we have that, we have
See,
another
that's
person.
Coach Mike Westbrook over there. Now, Mike is a graduate here, class of 74 at Oceanside. He did his pole vaulting along with his brothers. He's a great coach. He'll mentor everyone. He's really good out there. He'll take the control of the event, but he's really good to work with all the athletes and give them good, just simple tips to help them get through their event.
And as we watch a little instruction going on, we have the other event. What's this event now that's taken off?
Boys 1600. So we got the varsity, looks like we've got varsity and JV mix. You can see by the color of the jerseys on top. Looks like Oceanside's taken off to take the lead early.
Varsity and JV mixed.
That's it. So we have,
That's a little easier to do in this than it is in football.
got a couple good young runners out there. You got two freshmen from El Camino, Dominic Salas, Grayson Rose. You got Brandon Pogge from El Camino and Michael Aguero. We've got Miguel Soto running for Oceanside today. Those are your junior varsity runners. Your varsity runners are going to be Mario Guatemala, Oceanside, Nicholas Sines, he's one to watch, El Camino, Elias Smiland, Oceanside, Sam Jones, Emmanuel Archer, Brian Mendoza, Jacob Watson, and Omar Reyes, all from El Camino. Once again, we always remind you that El Camino comes with a really good distance program.
Okay, so talk to me about the difference between the JV and the varsity jerseys.
Well, you'll see that El Camino's coming in with their dark jersey, so it's dark brown in the center, and they've got the gold on the side stripes. So
That's
those are all going to
JV?
be that's your varsity runner.
That's a varsity.
So their JV comes in today with just all gold on top, brown shorts, so you can distinguish who's out there right now. Now Oceanside again, we just have that one jersey we're just running with our varsity. So right now El Camino's out in the lead, and that looks like it could be Signs. They call him Nico or Nicholas Signs. Let's take a look at his jersey when he comes through.
Okay, what can we see here with the number on that? Well, we do have a group in second place, that's for sure.
I'm pretty sure that's Nick Signs that's out there in front, number 153. He's got himself about a nice 40-meter lead right now, followed by the pack with El Camino's JV and varsity runner.
And as the leader comes around the track, once again, hopefully we'll be able to get a close look on that.
Thank you.
We are going over to the long jump. And that is long jump number 95 for the Oceanside Pirates.
That you've got on that list.
And as we look up our information here, long jump.
It's going to be Elon on the board right now. So we see Elon running down the runway. He's got a nice jump ahead of him. There he goes. It looks like it's a fair jump. They're measuring. So that was Elon for Oceanside on the runway for the long jump. And once again, we remind you, Elon's leading the county with the jump of over 22 feet. He's the number 3 in California.
And let's see. long jump as they do the measure on that.
Here comes our competitor. He's finishing up pretty good. He finishes with a 449, 450 in the 1600.
And that was?
That was Science. That was Nicholas Science. El Camino, followed by El Camino, followed by El Camino, followed by El Camino. That's a good team right there.
So that was another great race. And how was that time on that
I
again?
think he came in with the 441 or something like that. Yeah, his best was a 437 with his previous best, so a little bit off his best time.
And we still have some finishers coming
Three
in.
finishers coming in now for El Camino, Oceanside, and El Camino.
End of the 1600 meter
That's it,
run.
boys. I think we're going to come up with the hurdles are going to be next. We're heading towards the girls 100 meter hurdles. That'll be event number 10.
Event number 10 on your scorecard.
We talk about the opportunities that the individual has scoring points for themselves and also, you know, for the team. That's the difference, you know, when you have this type of a sports, along with swimming, for example. You've got your diver who adds to it. Looks like we're looking at the high jump right now.
Uh-huh.
Isaiah
And
Dasher.
number
looks like
84.
that's Isaiah Dasher. if I'm not
And he
mistaken.
didn't quite make it.
That's him. What kind of height they're at, it'd be nice to know that. Switching back over to shot put. See them in the pit over there at the shot put, getting ready to throw. And high jump. That's Isaiah Dasher.
And how high is that right now?
You know, that's probably about 5'5", 5'4". Doesn't look too much higher than that right now. Okay, he's ready.
And did we catch the number on?
That's Isaiah. That's number 84, Dasher, who's getting ready to high jump.
And he's.
Yeah, he missed it.
Oh, what we're just seeing there.
That was Elon again on his jumping. A quick switch over to long jump. Now he's committed to Cal State San Marcos academically. He was accepted recently to San Marcos, so we're going to see him locally compete if we have an opportunity. Elon Asanawo on his way to Cal State San Marcos.
And now we have
Yeah, we've got the girls.
the hurdles.
Girls hurdles.
Number 121 and one. Let's see. That's number 119.
That last
El
jump that
Camino.
we saw Elon make was 22 feet 10 inches, so it looks like he's gone past his previous best. Elon just had a 22-foot 10-inch jump. That's outstanding.
And we are, as you can see now on your screen, into the 100-meter hurdles
We've got
for the girls.
Janice Pingley, Vivienne Campbell, Melanie Caballos, and Michaela Robinson are going to be competing. So we have 3 El Camino competitors.
And the best seed time on that is 16:22.
And that's Vivian. Now, Vivian, she's committed, and we're going to see her down at UCSD. She's going to be running track and field for UC San Diego, which is a great thing for her. We really anticipated good things for her. She's one of our best focused athletes right now out there. She just works and works and works to improve. Good spirit, good attitude. We see her also on Sundays. She comes and works out with our dream team as well, the youth team.
And we're also looking at some shot put over here.
El Camino.
So on this shot put, they're I'm going to pull up the info on the team right here. Girls shot put. And
Comes
as
our girls hurdles, 100-meter hurdles.
now we're over to the hurdles.
Looks like Campbell's in a slight lead. Pingley's on the inside. Looks like she's taking the lead now. So it's Pingley, followed by Campbell. That's a 1-2.
Was that a
And
15 that I... Something
That's
there?
what I saw too. If we got it right, that would be quick. Janice Pingley, her best was 16.77 before this meet. We'll see what her final time was.
So the result on that.
I hope we can get him.
So what do we do as we watch your hurdles? For the people that don't know, what happens if they knock over a hurdle as they're going down?
If they go through the whole flight of hurdles, they can literally knock down every hurdle and still win the race if they can, come out first. But if you stay in your lane and you can make your way through, you may hit one hurdle and you may be able to, compensate and survive it. But a lot of times they'll fall down and they won't be able to. But if you can literally hit every hurdle and win the race.
And what we're going to do now is we're going to go down to the sidelines and get another report down there. Let's go.
Hey, look.
Hello, I'm here with India's Morris, and I want to make a comment on how impressive your jacket is. Can you talk about some of your accomplishments?
Thank you. So these are for my scholarly achievements, having above a 3.0 GPA while participating in sports. These are for being the CIF runner-up for cross country 2 years in a row. So this is my freshman and sophomore year. Varsity letter, obviously, different cross country and track emblems. On my back, I've got patches for the state meet. I got to participate in that my freshman and sophomore year as well.
So you're injured right now, and are you doing anything to prepare for upcoming meets?
Yeah, so right now I'm working with our athletic trainer, Liana, to strengthen my quad again. I have some sort of weird strain, but I should be back on my feet next week. I'll be able to run again this weekend, so I'll get to do that. Right now I'm currently biking. The past few days I've been swimming, but next week I should be back to normal training.
What kind of events do you do?
So I do the distance events, and right now our team is slightly smaller, so we need the distance girls to also field the 4x4. So typically I'll do the mile, 2 mile, and the 4x4. Last week I did the 800 instead of the 2 mile, but any of the longer events that include more than just sprinting, those are the events that I tend to do.
Can you talk about your PRs?
So my fastest mile time is a 5:27. My fastest 2 mile time is an 11:45. My fastest 8 right now is a 2:29, but that was for the 4x8. So technically, it doesn't count.
Oh, it's over?
And we just finished watching this boys hurdle, 110 meter.
Looked like Kyle Guides took that race. El Camino, followed by Fred Wolford from Oceanside.
So what we just heard, I think with the PA announcer is...
We're on our way to the girls' 400-meter dash.
Okay.
One lap around. I think they'll probably have a combined race here. It looks like...
boys and girls.
No. Hopefully, we'll see. I think they'll probably combine the girls' varsity and JV. That's what we see coming on the field.
And now we're looking back over at shot put. girls' side here. And that was number 123 from El Camino.
Looks like number 71 for Oceanside's up to throw. That's Reina Almio. So we see Reina right there in the shot put ring. Ready to throw. And there she goes. It's a nice solid throw.
So you can see as they get ready to throw the shot put, is a lot to do with balance at the beginning and everything. And
balance, torque, thrust, all combined. Plus you're sliding across that ring, or else you're spinning. It's one or the other. That balance has a lot to do with it. That's competitor number 117 in the circle right now for El Camino. Denise Milano, getting ready to throw. And there she goes.
There's the toss, the throw there. Getting a wide shot now of the entire field.
The whole
in
field.
Play. Many events going on at the same time. And once again, if you are just joining us, we are over at the
stadium here at Oceanside High School.
Exactly.
It's been a lot of fun coming to the meets here. I remember before I even came to Oceanside, we'd come and watch them race, and something to anticipate when we got older. We'd be running on the same track.
And here we go with a 400-meter dash.
It's girls 400, combined JV and varsity, all El Camino.
Yeah, you're right. So JV and varsity, and that is running. That is
you've got
Liliana.
Yeah, Liliana Tamariz. We got Lauren Gonzalez, McCall Dane, and Marina Ariano, all from El Camino Real, or El Camino.
El Camino Real.
I keep making
Trust me.
It's a long journey on that highway.
Keep track. Right? How many times do I say that?
Countless. Here comes McCall. Number 105, finishing strong. Number
105, way out in front.
104, 105, 106, but about 106.1, 106.2.
And her time was 106.25.
There you go.
Was the seed time.
So that was the girls 400, going to be followed by the boys 400, varsity.
Pole vaulting. About ready to
Looks like Elton Hurd just jumped for El Camino in the long jump.
You have a good eye there, Manny. You can.
I remember these kids when they were in the middle school championships, and I had kept an eye on Elton for a while. Elton Hurd runs for El Camino. He's a sophomore now. He took the championships for the middle school. I happened to announce that meet, and I had my eye on that kid back then, and he's definitely proving to be a great athlete for them. I wish we could have gotten him here at Oceanside. Very respectable young man, very polite.
And as we go on to the wide shot here again, we're preparing for the boys 400-meter dash.
Boys 400. Boys 400. It looks, I don't see that many people out there right now. This is going to be a JV run. I see the varsity still not on the track, so JV first.
Looking at number 133 there, Joseph. Is that Gergis? Am I pronouncing that correctly?
133? Gergis.
Gergis.
Joseph Gergis.
So we only have two. Well, this
It's
is
gotta be a
JV
JV race.
JV, and 2 out of 3 are there. So that must be Joel Espinoza.
They might have slipped this one in here. 'Cause I don't have any names. Do you? I don't see anything. Oh, here it is. Joel Espinoza. And Joe Gerges. It's about even race right now.
And so in the seat time, I see no time for Joseph.
No time on Joseph. Looks like this could be one of his early races. He's got a great stride out there, though. He's running comfortably. He's got good arm movement. Looks like he's getting a little tired right now, but he's pulling. Joel's starting to tire coming off that turn. We'll see. This is going to make or break it here now, how they finish coming off this turn. There he goes.
Joe looks like he's picking it up.
He sure is.
He sure is.
Number 86 for Oceanside.
So we're going to be looking at 57, 59 maybe?
58-9, something like that. So that's not too bad for Oceanside. So Oceanside takes first for the JV team. And, of course, El Camino second. That was JV. Boys 400. We're going to follow that now by the Boys 400 varsity coming up.
And we have quite a few runners in that. That's number 94.
Anthony Nathan. Silas Umorin. Silas is a real competitor. We saw him a couple years ago, and then we didn't have too good of a season last year because of COVID. But
that's both for the Pirates, and then El Camino.
We've got Gabriel Hermosillo. Then we have another competitor, Isaiah Dasher for Oceanside. He's their number 1. Elijah Caballos is going to be coming in, competitor 132 for El Camino.
Number 85, Jaden Dasher for Oceanside. And 156, Patrick Tress for El Camino. And as we get ready to start this, we have another sideline report. First we're showing the pole vault. Then we'll get down to the sidelines. So let's take a look over at the pole vault.
That's El Camino.
Up and did not go up. Okay, let's go down to the sideline for this report.
And I'm here with Janice Pingley, who's also an El Camino student. So Janice, you just won your high jump and your hurdles, so congrats on that. Do you have any pre-race rituals that you do in order to get ready for it?
I always take an ice bath before a race, which is just putting some ice on my muscles to try to get the plastic acid out and just loosen up. And I try to just keep a normal routine so I'm relaxed and don't put so much stress on me.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have a favorite event?
My favorite event would definitely be the triple jump, but the event I've most improved in would probably be the 100-meter hurdles, or the hurdles just in general.
Nice. Do you have any advice from coaches that you've heard over this time of COVID that you want to share?
Definitely to keep your motivation and focus, like always look towards the future and stop looking towards like the past and things that you have done wrong or messed up in, and to always look for the brighter thing and like the different things that can keep you going.
Well, thank you and good luck. Back to you, John and Manny.
Okay, we're back up here. Thank you so much for that interview down on the field.
That was Reese again.
Always some great information. And the boys 400-meter dash getting ready to start.
In lane number 2, that's Anthony Nathan. Lane number 3, Silas. You've got lane number 4, Gabriel from El Camino. Isaiah Dasher, lane number 5. Lane number 6, Elijah Caballos. And in lane 7, Jaden Dasher, followed by Patrick Tress in lane number 8. Your best time coming into this race is Elijah in lane number 6 with the 54.58.
And how does that sit? Are you looking that up?
I'm just checking that right now for the county, see where we're at. If your county leader right now in San Diego's from Helix, that's a 48:12. So when you look at the times of 48:12, he's way out there. It's
Yeah.
Parker Adrin from Helix ran a 48:12, so he leads the county. Keep an eye on Anthony Nathan on the inside lane. He has a tendency to kind of look kind of sleepy, and then he'll really just blow him away. So he may take this race.
And this is one of his first runs at this 400?
This is his first race of the day. He's run the 400 before.
Because they have no time for him for the seed time.
Interesting. I've only seen him on the relay. He hasn't run the individual 400.
So maybe he is the
dark horse.
There you go.
He's the sleeper.
And they're off.
So now when you notice how he came out of the blocks, he popped out of the block straight up. He had literally no drive phase. So when he came up, he really didn't do himself any favor. Now
so that's a bad move.
It's not a good move to come straight up out of the blocks right now. Coach will talk to him about that. See, but now you see how he's taking a good stride now. He's taking the lead pretty much. So if you look at the inside lane, there's Anthony. Pretty much out in the lead. Now you've got Elijah's coming up on lane number 6. Really strong. This is where he's going to give him a run for it. He's got a real strong finish coming up. Lane number 6, here comes Elijah. Now Anthony's going to have to push. He's pulling.
This is coming down to the wire with
right down to the wire. Could be a dead heat. Oh, It could be a tie.
Wow.
You don't see dead heats like that often. So lane number 6 and lane number 2, neck and neck.
So like you say, the underdog right there with no time.
No time. They slipped him right in there for them. That's about, at this point, it's all about points. The coaches are always tactically, trying to seed them to get the most points to win the competition. There you go. There we go. When we break it down from the individual doing their thing to the team needing the extra points here and there. So
now we got 1,600. Is that what this race is?
No. We're going to be. Looks like the boys 800 next. No. We're looking at the 100-meter dash now. We're going up to the 100. So Anthony looks like he got the win on that one. He raised his fist, so he could have gotten it. Could I get a time on that 400, please? A time?
And you can hear, and we're watching the shot.
There's the final there. So it looks like he finished with the 54.8. Anthony Nathan, 54.481. That was his final on that. 54.481.
So we're looking over on the other side here at the. Now we're going back to the results. The results of this last run, the 400-meter dash.
Now we're going to have
Boys Division Varsity competing El Camino and Oceanside. Now back to the shot put.
That looks like Vivian Campbell getting her throws in now. It's one thing about the shot put and the discus. It's really no lazy sport. If you're throwing that shot, you're going and picking it up and bringing it back in. Nobody's doing it for you. So
what?
Yeah. You're
well, then I'm not competing.
a lot of discipline.
I would have to say that the hardest part for me would be picking it back up, bending over, picking it up,
carrying that thing.
No way.
Look, she's running to pick it up. No, that's a lot of hard work.
I'd have to get my grandson for that.
Everyone needs a helper. Oh, my.
Yeah, so we're still over at the shot put.
Mm-hmm.
Number 71.
That's Reina.
Oceanside.
Reina's back in the circle. Reina Alamillo.
Getting ready. There's the throw.
We're going to run the first flight of 100-meter races right now. Girls JV's coming up. Got 3 runners in the blocks.
Next time we're going to have to get a couple of those lit up road signs doing plays over there. All right, and as we say that, we're going to toss it down to the field once again to the sideline report from Bella.
Thank you, John and Manny. I'm Bella with Oceanside Pirates. I'm here with Anthony Nathan, who just won the 400-yard dash. Congrats, Anthony. How do you think you did today?
I feel like I did amazing, really good, outstanding. It was a really good meet, a little race.
How did you prepare for this event?
I prepared with my coaches and all the work that they have given us today. Not today, but like throughout the whole week. We're getting ready for this because EC's our rivals and we're here to beat them. So.
What helped you prepare for this?
Well, really, it was like my friends and families, coaches, definitely my coaches, just always being there and supporting me, pushing me to be better. I tell you, I love this school, man. This is like my family right here, and I love it all.
Thank you, Anthony. Back to you, John and Manny.
All righty, we just had was that the girls' JV 100-meter dash that we just saw?
That was the girls' JV, and that was the race was taken by Alana Weeks, and the time of.
Yeah, we missed that time on there. Of course, somebody was standing in front of it. Couldn't see that, but actually Alana won that, and previously, no time. So maybe this was her first?
You know, Alana's the one that's new to the team, and she's really aggressively approached everything. She's wanted to try the high jump. She's wanted the pole vault. She's done everything because she wants to figure out what she's going to do. But she's really exciting to have around. Alana Weeks, girls JV 100 winner. We got the girls varsity.
And as we get ready for another 100-meter event, we're going to take a look over at discus. And now that's a toss.
That could be our.
You might hear in the background the gun going, where we have a
that was competitive 143 in the discus. Hawk and Miller. No problem here. We're doing fine. We'll roll with you.
Discus. Going on in the far end of the field. Sure, I'm glad we can we hone in on it here with the cameras. Another toss. Yeah, like I said, it'd be great to see exactly how far the discus is being thrown there in each one as they measure it, and you can see the tape right now. But these are some great tosses. Okay, here we go with the long jump. El Camino number 184, and that is.
Looked like that was Melanie. It was 104. That was Melanie Caballos. Yeah, in the
was
pit.
it? 104?
I recognized her from the distance, but it was 104.
Okay.
She was our winner, I believe, of the. Well, she anchored the 4x1.
And we're getting ready as we look over back at the discus once again. You'll hear the gun go off here. It looks like we have another 100 meter.
Well, we got the discus going on. That was, we're looking at Hawk and Miller over there in El Camino along with Carter Hoskins. Those are their 1 and 2 in the discus.
And we have number 138 for El Camino coming up with a discus. Getting ready for this next throw.
That's Carter Hoskins throwing right now for discus. He's their number 2 man. Carter Hoskins comes in with the throw.
All right, here we go with the track, and we're going to see this.
Girls 100.
100.
Varsity.
And coming out in front. Good race, well ahead.
It's like a 1, 2, 3 for El Camino in the girls 100.
One, two, three for El Camino.
One,
so that
two,
was
three.
Angel Miller, Jordan Hunt, Deborah Flores, and then Oceanside.
That's Gwen M. She's a foreign exchange student. I believe she's been with us for a year, of course. We have 2 foreign exchange students on the team.
First was Hunt, and what does that say? 13.43?
13.43.
So
was Jordan Hunt.
And her best was 13.22, a little over that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Hunt, Miller, and Flores. 1, 2, 3. And then Gwen M. Coming up next, we're going to have the boys 100 meter dash varsity. And looks like we have 7 on the roster here to run in that race.
And they've got all
Ja'Cory Goodson, Oceanside, Christopher Groich, El Camino.
Blake Heisinger, Oceanside, Elton Hurd, El Camino. He'll be running in lane number 4. Elon Asinahuo, Oceanside, Timothy Ochoa, lane number 6, El Camino. Xavier Molina, lane number 7, Oceanside. Should be a good race.
And as we look at this, the best time here is Elon. Seed time 11.19. And they're off.
Looks like Elon just taking the lead. He's really taking it out there. Oh, we have somebody got hurt. Lane number 5 looks like he pulled a hamstring. Oh, no. That race was won by Elon.
And, of course, we will check on the runner down.
Looks like Timothy Ochoa could have pulled a ham, or maybe he's just cramping up in his calf.
.291, or is that 8-1?
291.
291.
11.291, so a little bit slower than his best.
Hurd
Elton Hurd, 11.65.
And then Molina, 11.753.
1, 2, 3.
And now as we're going back. Okay. And as we're getting ready for the girls to run here, let's go down the sidelines with another interview. And Logan, take it away.
Thank you, John and Manny. I'm Logan Gibba from El Camino, here with Hannah Smith from Shot Put. Now, Hannah, how did you feel you did during this event today?
During this event, I felt like I did amazing. I PR'd with 32 and 2 feet for shot put, and I felt very great and proud of myself.
And now, how do you prepare for these events?
To prepare for these events, I would warm up, talk to my teammates, and give each other prep talks, and we would talk, look at inspirational quotes, and I'd call my grandpas sometimes to talk to him about these events because he did that in high school as well.
And now, as Oceanside is the crosstown rival, do you feel like you have to prepare more for these?
Yes, I believe you do, because sometimes rivals can mess you up, because if you don't have the right mindset and you go in too cocky, then it might mess your whole game plan up.
And are you looking forward to any more events today?
No, I'm not.
Well, thank you so much. Good job today. Back to you, John and Manny.
Okay, by the way, if you're just tuning in here, it's John Jednak along with Manny Mancias as we're over here at Ocean High School, John Carroll Stadium. And right now we're getting ready for, as we look down on the field, this is 800-meter run, and is it JV and varsity combined?
Girls combined, JV and varsity. El Camino's got a good team out there. We're fielding just one runner from Oceanside today.
We do have Oceanside out in front.
No, that's El Camino. El Camino's out 1, 2, 3, yeah. And then whose bib that is? That's Abigail Austin, number 72, running for Oceanside. She's now in 4th place. So we've got El Camino out front, 1, 2, 3, followed by Oceanside 4, and 5 would be El Camino's JV runner. One 145.
So for this 800-meter run, that's twice around the track.
2 fast laps.
And as you look down at them now, it basically in a jog portion of the race for them.
Looks like Alex Boyle out front. That's the same runner who won the 1600. It's out front.
Yeah, right now, so this is kind of the taking it easy portion of the race, but when they get around to the, you're laughing at me.
This is the thing. Well, this is the thing about the 800. It's such a tough race. You've got, it kind of looks like that's what they're doing. It's one of the hardest races to race. It absolutely is, because you figure they're going to come in with about maybe a 230 maybe if they're lucky.
So as we get ready for the final here, we have been eyeballing the discus, putting that on the screen for you, and we have another discus throw right here. And there's the throw. Then we're going to catch the end of this race.
So in that 800, it was El Camino 1, 2, 3. And did we see who threw that last disc?
Still have runners that
so your
into
winner,
the finish line.
My apologies. Your winner in that race was Alex Boyle with the time of 2:29.237, followed by McCall Dame 2:29.524. Emily Mendoza finished 3rd with a 2:32.292. So 1, 2, 3, El Camino. Great race.
So now the long jump.
Back to the long jump. That's Angel. Looks like Angel just got a nice jump in.
I kind of see a little limp there coming out of that long jump. Hopefully she's okay on that.
16.
And now over to the discus.
That was Angel Miller that you saw on screen right there with her coach after her jump.
Another great discus throw.
That could be Carter. Like Carter Hoskins there. Yeah, I took some time last week to go to the El Camino meet so I could kind of get familiar with their competitors. It is a tough go, keeping track of everybody. That was Carter Hoskins.
Jump. And it didn't happen. Or maybe just
143 up.
Yep. For the discus toss again.
It's Hawken Miller. The discus throw right there. Number 11 in California.
You know, I'm not gonna liken it to a frisbee. I'm not gonna do that. But out of all of these things, that's gotta be one of the most fun.
But you don't do it this way. You do it that way.
You know, it's gotta be one of the most fun, tossing that pie plate.
Sure. Whatever you say, John. It's a lot of fun. I remember trying it once. It was ridiculous. I think I went maybe 10 meters at the best. If I was lucky. All right, we've got coming up next the 800 boys.
And here we go with, what is this, a long jump here on the screen?
Oh, we got long jump right there.
And as we hear the gun go off in the background for the boys running around the track. And as we watch them come around the track, but yet we go back to the long jump that we're seeing, sometimes that's got to hurt.
Got to make sure that sand's turned correct.
Depending upon how you land, I mean, give me a break.
You want to make sure that sand has been turned so you're landing softly and they're fluffing it. That's the boys' 800 meter right now going. And we see Nick Sines out front.
Yeah, and who's a favorite to win this one?
I see Nicholas Sines out there with the 202.39. He's definitely real strong in North County. You don't see many 202s right now. So he's leading it. Enrique Gonzalez is in second. That's Oceanside.
Okay, so we see these three out front, two following. Group of three in the front. 800 meter run. That's twice around the track, so they're on their second lap. And let's see, at their best run here is, what are we looking at, about 2 minutes, 2 seconds?
202. You could very well come in with that. They seem to be running really well together.
Nicholas Sines.
You got Enrique Gonzalez leading right now. He's on the, coming down to about the last 150. Now he's putting on his kick. I can see he's throwing his kick early.
However,
here comes Nick Sines.
See some yellow jerseys.
They're fighting it out. Let's see how well Gonzalez holds up here. So you have 1-2 El Camino. El Camino.
El Camino in the front.
El Camino, and Enrique Gonzalez. Come on, keep going. There's a 2:10. That looks like that's probably his best time so far. He's about ready to fall.
And who was that came in first?
That was, I believe that was Nick Sines. 153.
So, waiting for the board to pop up here for the official times. As
Thank you.
So,
sorry about that.
All parties have finished in this race. First place, Sines, 2:08. And then also Mendez at 2:09. And that would be
Mendoza, yeah.
And that looks like his best time.
Yeah, his previous best was
time.
2:10.56 before he came in. So Sainz kind of dropped back, but
And then
Gonzalez is his best too. That's his best time. So it looks like the number 2 and the number 3 in this race had a PR.
tightening it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good news for them. They'll be happy about that.
They will. You kind of think of the conditions you had mentioned earlier about it being, the conditions being well. We see right now that good conditions, but the times are not there. They're comfortable out there. They're not really rushing. They're not really pushing too hard, but the times don't seem to be that quick today. A little bit of wind headed in their direction, hasn't let up.
And then next, we should have the girls' hurdles, 300-meter.
300-meter hurdles coming up. They're setting the track for it.
And in that one, to El Camino, it's Michaela Robinson and Janice Pingley. That's El Camino, and then Vivian Campbell for Oceanside. That's the way that should shake out.
Looks like Janice has a pretty decent time there, 47.87 in her best 300.
And we may have, do I see pole vault about ready to
looks like they're
take off over there?
The pole's across. No.
Nope. So we have a little pause in the action as they do set up. I want to remind you once again that this is the high school track and field competition between Oceanside Pirates and the El Camino Wildcats. Coming to you live via KOCT Sports from Oceanside High School's John Carroll Stadium. I'm John Jednak along with Manny Macias. So happy to be with you today. And I got a hats off to KOCT because this is one tough event to put together. Let me tell you.
That's one thing about track and field. The number of cameras help. If you have a dozen cameras, you're in good shape, and to synchronize everything is really the challenge that you see.
And just think of the setup time to get the cameras going out here.
They've done a great job so far. I tell you, we're fortunate.
Very, very good job. Yeah, the entire team at KOCT should really be happy about this, as being able to pull this thing off and bring it to all of the people. Throughout North San Diego County.
You heard the gun go off there in the background. Sorry about that, John.
North San Diego County, and then through the internet webinar. I mean, you can see it all over the web.
Right now, you're going to see the 300 girls 300 hurdles taking place. Vivian Campbell's on the inside lane. That's Pingley, where El Camino on the outside lane. Looks like they're about even right now, coming to the final stretch. Real strong competitors here. Pingley comes in with the best time. She's really solid coming down the runway. Looks like Vivian's tying up a little bit. She seems a little fatigued. One thing that's so difficult about the hurdles is keeping your steps. Like you had mentioned earlier, you hit a hurdle, your steps gets thrown off. You're lucky if you get through the next flight.
100 meters is one thing, but to do it 300 meters where you have a little bit of exhaustion.
The fatigue factor.
Yes, as you were saying, the fatigue factor.
The fatigue factor comes into play quite
And then
easily.
you got to jump that last hurdle. It's got to be like, you get to that, you go, oh, come on.
You're thinking about it. Do I really want to go over this last one? You could see as it was developing here how Vivian was starting to hit that wall right about the 50-meter mark here. She fought through it.
So Pingley, 47.17. And then Campbell, 49.44. And in third place, Robinson. And that at 53. As they switch the screen. So coming up next, the boys 300-meter hurdles. And we have 4 participants in that. That's number 135, El Camino, Kyle
Guides.
Fred Wolford for Oceanside, Ethan Morel for El Camino. Morel. And then Isaac Robinson, El Camino, number 151. As we are also eyeballing the pole vaulting area.
Boys pole vault seems to be warming up now. You've congregated, they're starting to move around and get their run-throughs.
So as we prepare for these 300-meter hurdles, the top seed time is Ethan. And is that Morel?
Ethan Morel?
Morel.
Yeah.
And his is 43.45.
That's our best time right there. Like you said, 300's a long way to run over hurdles.
And they are up, and looks like the gun's going to go off. What happened here?
He called him out. You'll see that happen on occasion. He called him out of the blocks. So then you saw Fred Wolford just went ahead and did a real quick run out of the blocks. And the starter's basically adjusting his gun. He may be putting some more blanks in there right now.
And why does he do that?
You know, he has to take the time. He probably went to fire and realized he was out of shots. So then he just called him out of the blocks so that they'd loosen up. Now he's taking the time, and he'll go through it again. Takes a glance at the starter's table. Gun is up. Going to be the boys 300 varsity.
Best time out there so far is 43.45. So that really, they're going to try and win this, but also beat that time too, and beat their own personal best.
Now it looks like Wolford got a real good start coming out of the blocks. His drive phase was solid. A little slow going over the first hurdle. And that's Kyle there on the inside lane, really pushing for El Camino. That's Kyle Guides right now in the lead.
But close. No, he is starting to take off.
He's really doing well.
Pulling away.
He's running smooth, finishing strong.
Ethan is in second place. And Fred Wolford in third. And is he going to hit that 43?
Yeah, I think he did.
Hit it. Let's see if that was his best. And then, of course, one to finish.
He has heart. I saw him run last week. He just does not give up. He does not.
So we'll take a look. 43.64. That's his fur. That's his best.
That's his best right there, and that's great.
So that's Kyle, came in first place with his best. And looks like we have another side riding report coming up, so let's go down to the field.
Thank you, John and Manny. I'm Colin Sheffield from El Camino High School, here with Hawken Miller, who just won the shot put and discus for El Camino High School. Hawken, what did you do to prepare for today's meet?
Just ate chicken parm before the meet. Thank you to my mom. It was very good.
Sounds good. What was in your mind while during both events?
Just to stay calm and try to get a throw out. Basically, yeah.
All right. So, what is your personal best for those events?
I think shots 53 and then disc is like 150.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, how has COVID-19 impacted your season and training this year?
It impacted it a lot because sophomore year I didn't really have a meet, nor freshman year. So this is like my first full year of competing, and it just feels good to be back at track. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Hawken.
Thank you.
Good luck today. Back to you, John and Manny.
Thank you so much for that interview.
Thank you.
It's always great to get the inside information there from some of the participants. So we are preparing for the 200-meter dash. Is it 200-meter dash that we're doing, or are we doing some?
Yeah,
hurdles?
they're getting ready for the 200-meter now.
Okay, pulling the hurdles off of the field.
Yeah, we take a quick few minutes here just to let the crowd know out there in TV land. We've got a number of students that are accepted to universities that are here on the track team for Oceanside. Vivian Campbell's accepted at UCSD, and she's going to run track and field for them next season, so we're really pleased about that. Alyssa Miller, she's accepted to UC Santa Cruz academically. Elon Osanawa is going to Cal State San Marcos academics. Inri Gonzalez, UC Santa Barbara. Fred Wolford's going to be going to Baylor. That's great school. And Xavier Molina is accepted at Washington State, so we really wish them a great future for their college.
Pole vault. And we got our eyes down on the pole vault right now as we prepare for this next 200-meter dash. It's coming up.
She can see you. Don't we look handsome?
So we're looking down at the pole vault, Manny, and here we are.
They got to know who we are for the future.
That's us. Yes, we're really up here.
In the shadows. Out of the shadows.
There you go. Trying to watch everything that's going on the, not only on the track, but the pole vaulting and everything, where we too, like you, my friends that are watching, we rely on the screen from time to time. In fact, a lot of the time.
We've got a jumper there. A vaulter now down on the runway. That's Diego. Getting ready to vault.
And here we go with this one.
And that's a scratch.
So is that a warm-up?
That looked like that was his an official attempt, and if he, as he did, he broke that plane there, and you hit the pit, that would probably be a foul. No, he looks like this guy. This is Joshua. He's warming up for El Camino. He jumped, I believe, vaulted a 12.9 last week. No, that was warm-up. That was warm-up. He's coming along really well. Yeah, they're still warming up.
They're warming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess they don't even have the bar up, do they?
No. Then you see they're still in the warm-ups.
Right.
Okay, here is the 200 just started.
200-meter dash. As you see him warming up for the...
And these are our two competitors, our 1-2 in the 100-meter coming down. Let's see how they finish this race.
200-meter dash. That's halfway around this track.
Oh, they're fighting it out.
Going to come down to the finish.
Once again, 100 and 200 competitors are neck and neck.
In front. Great race.
Wow, that was excellent. Alana Weeks, Isabel Dang, and Brianna Hamilton. Let's see who won that. Isabel or Alana, one or the other. They were neck and neck. Alana Took that 100 race over Isabel. Let's see what happened in this 200.
And this was JV.
This is JV. Yes, there it is. The winner is Weeks with the time of 30.529. Dang came through with the 30.545. 1-2 Weeks and Dang.
So Isabel, that was 30.5, just a little. Oh, actually, that's her new seed time right there.
Yeah, she improved. That's a personal best there, 30.545. And Weeks hasn't run before. Back to the discus.
And as it is for you, taking a look on the screen here, my friends, can be a little difficult. Look through the screen there at the discus. Pole vaulting.
Still warming up.
We got it all going on.
This is it.
Pole vaulting, discus, long jump. Here we go, the discus.
Boy, El Camino just brings it. They just got some great discus throwers and shot throwers.
And with that, we hear the gun go off.
So the boys 200. Andrew Bechet, Emmanuel Perez, Joseph Girgis, El Camino. In lane number 5, that's Emmanuel Perez. He's leading the pack. That's Perez, Bechet. It looks like Girgis is going to finish third there. El Camino, and El Camino.
So Perez, 25.34. Oh, so that's his
personal best
right there.
Did really well. He improved on his 25.347. Followed by Bechet, 27.242, and Girgis, 27.915.
And that, of course, was JV. Coming up next, we have on the girls' side the varsity 200-meter dash. And they are warming up off on to the sidelines, or on the track, rather.
We've got Jordan Hunt, Melanie Caballos, and Deborah Flores for El Camino. Girls varsity, 200. Your county leader in the girls 200 right now is out of Vista. That's Summer Sargent, ran a 24.74 for Vista.
And we're looking at some of the measurements here. Now we're back onto the field, onto the track, getting ready to start this 200-meter dash on the girls' side. Best time so far of these three, 26.91. The racers are underway. 200 meters once again, halfway around this track. And we have way out in front.
That's Melanie out front. Once again, she's looking real comfortable. You have the run on the inside lane. Jordan looks like she came up lame. She's been wrapped with the, she's got a wrap on her hamstring there, so she may not be doing too well today.
And this, of course, all El Camino.
All El Camino, 1-2.
So, Cabello, 27.22. Then
Flores came in with the 29.731, Deborah Flores. And the trainers with Jordan Hunt down there on the infield.
definitely
He's definitely hurting.
Stretching that out.
Next up, we've got the boys varsity 200 meters.
And we're looking back over a pole vault right now. Pole vault number 93, you see him off to the side. For Oceanside, the Pirates, as he picks up the pole.
Got the bar up. So that's Diego in the pole vault for Oceanside.
Pole vault.
Here comes Diego. He's on the runway getting ready to go.
And here he goes. And we're getting ready for the boys 200 meter.
Looks like Dasher, Molina, Gurich, Osanyawo, Hurd, Nathan, Ochoa's not in this race, and Blake Heisinger. That's the boys 200 meter varsity. Diego Moran still on the runway there, getting ready to vault.
How do you focus when you're getting ready to do this? And you gotta focus. Up.
Oh, and he misses.
Hit the bar.
Hit it on his way up. He kind of went up at the wrong angle. He's leaning a lot to his left. So you normally want to get a little bit more vertical straight up. And you got the boys 200. Runners are in the blocks. You've got Dasher, Molina, Grurich, Elon, Hurd, Anthony, and Blake. Runners up.
So what happened there?
Once again, the starter called them out. You saw 3 runners were called out, and they came out easy, so they weren't. None of them false started. So basically, he did the same thing as he did with the girls' 300 meters. He called them out of the blocks. He's got a problem with his gun. Looks like he's reloading.
Well, this is the second time with this race, this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
well, the first time he called him, that's right. It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, here they
so
go
what
again.
What are they thinking now?
Now they're a little bit nervous.
Are they going, yeah, right?
Now they're both all of them are nervous. Wait a second. You know, this is the thing about that kind of the sprints. You have to be ready no matter what. You could get a little jumpy, and then it throws your timing off. But that's why the coaches practice them over and over and over again out of the block so that they get used to it.
And they're off.
So Elon came out with a real...
He got the gun to work this time.
Elon had a strong drive phase coming out. Now he's coming up close on Hurd. So it's Hurd, Elon, neck and neck coming down the stretch. Now Elon takes the lead. He's at the 50-meter mark, followed by Hurd, Molina, and Nathan. And Elon takes it, followed by Hurd. Excellent. So Oceanside, El Camino, and then Oceanside, Oceanside.
So really, Elon is one of the top competitors.
We're seeing that now. We were short with at the beginning of the season. He was still involved with football, so he got a late start. He's finishing up with football, but we saw the promise in him. We were hoping to see him at, say, 24 feet this year in the long jump. Obviously, he's bringing his times down in the 200 and the 100, but
now Elon with that 23.57, that's his best. Because he was at 23.84.
23.573, that's his best. 23.83 by Hurd.
23.83. little bit slower than his previous best of 23.67. So that was another great race at 200-meter run. So what we're going to do next is we are going down to the sideline with Reese and the discus winner. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Reese Mamber from El Camino High School, and I'm here with Raina, who's a junior at OHS who just won in discus. So congrats on that. How did you prepare for that event?
I actually didn't, because I was under quarantine after I was exposed to somebody like 2 weeks ago, and I just got off, so then I just came here. It's my first meet.
Well, that's a great comeback for being off for 2 weeks. What do you do to practice? Do you do any other events?
Yeah, actually, sometimes I do hurdles, but today I wasn't called for that, and I also do shot put. So.
Do you do anything different to prepare for those events than you do for discus?
Of course, like, you know, you do conditioning for hurdles and all that, but besides that, no.
Well, thank you. Good luck on the rest. Back to you, John and Manny.
It's fastest time.
So what were you saying as, that was a great interview, by the way, too. What were you saying about this last race?
This last race I just noticed with Xavier Molina, he was 3/100ths of a second off his best. He ran a 24.10 last time. He just ran a 24.103, so that's pretty darn close to his best.
I'll take it.
Any day. Anytime we can get points.
And by the way, we're looking over at the triple jump now. I think it's the first time today that we've focused in on that.
Now we're back to the 3,200. Now this is going to be a mixed race. This is the boys and girls combined 3,200 that we're seeing line up. And there's triple jump.
That was number 88. And look, we're getting ready for this 3,200. They're off. So they will finish later today.
You know, it's going to take them a few minutes, just a few. This is the death race, the one that really kills you. And then coach says, go warm down or cool down.
So, I mean, as you know, as we see as many of these other races that we have, you know, that happen out of Oceanside, we have people that are along the side that give them water and Gatorade.
You know, it could be done. But no, they'll be disqualified.
3,200 meter run. You know, that's nothing for you, I'm sure. You know, you do that every day, right? Get up in the morning and then at night.
Oh, I'd be loving to do that right now, that's for sure. So we've got a boatload of runners out there combined. From El Camino, we've got Alicia Garcia, Guadalupe Mendoza, Isabella Alvadejo. We go right down to varsity runners, which are Alyssa Miller, Alex Boyle, Darcy Jacobson, India Moores, Abigail Austin, Emily Mendoza, Elizabeth Danielson, Marina Arellano. That's the girls' side. 3,200. Boys, 3,200.
I mean, there's a lot of runners out there.
And all the boys out front there, you got the boys 3,200. Michael Aguero, Tony Street, Dominic Salas, Mario Guadarrama, Sam Jones, Elias Mayland, Omar Reyes, Brian Mendoza, and Jacob Watson, El Camino.
And just to, you know, to prove that I can do the math, that is 8 times around the track, is it not?
Exactly. Used to be 2 miles. Now it's only 3,200 meters. A great savings.
How much of a mile?
A fraction of a mile.
8 times around this track. That's working out.
So who do we have coming down at number 1?
This is our leader right now, right?
That's him. Can't get his bib number.
As we're talking about this, we're also viewing the pole vault once again. Don't see the number, but let's see how this goes. And he cleared it.
Oh, then it fell. Last second.
Yeah, it looked like he cleared that and was over it.
Looks like that's their number 2 vaulter for El Camino. See, who's that out front with the 32? Sam Jones? Let's see if we can get a bib on him.
And we're still, this is back at
the triple jump.
So when do they get to pickleball for the retired guys?
I don't know. I'm going to ask him about that. Who would we have coming down the home stretch? What's his number?
And this is our
Sam
leader?
Jones. Can that be Sam Jones?
And we are coming up on the 4-minute mark. And, as we look back on the times here, we're talking, well over 13 minutes. Well, there's going to be a couple that are at 11. Some of the best times, Alex Boyle, 11:48.
Oh, that would be the girls.
And then
so over here on the boys' side, you've got about a 10:05. Sam Jones, that would be competitor number 140 if he's out there.
So India, 11.57. So if we're at 5 minutes right now, and some of these that are just clearing that.
So at 5:18, our leader, the boys, now has 4 laps to go. So he's completed 4 laps. So he's come through at 5:18. He's followed by Oceanside and Oceanside.
And if he did that at 5:18, I mean,
theoretically, he's probably going to come in over 11. As we get a little farther along in the meet, you'll see things are starting to wind down. They put all the hurdles away now. As we progress towards the end of the meet, we see the wrap up is triple jump. That's always an indicator that we're getting towards the end. Pole vault's going to close it out too. So we've got a couple more running events after this, which are going to be the 4x4, and then we'll wrap it up with the triple jump and the pole vault.
And very nice here. We're able to show a little split screen.
I like that.
That's very good.
So they're showing the triple jump, and we see the 3200.
And right here they're holding. Oh no, they're giving a sign for how many laps.
See, now they're kind of mixed, so he wants to make sure that some of the athletes know where they're at. So our leaders out front for the boys. Coming down the home stretch just past the finish line are the next 3 boys runner. In front of them, of course, are all the girls runners. They have El Camino number 2 on the runway for the pole vault. Getting ready to make his attempt.
So we have triple jump going on.
You run into triple jump all
pole
in one.
vault, or we got a pole vault. We have pole vault going on, and we have 3,200 meter race. As we
Can I get the
look
bib number on that leader
at-
for the boys 3,200? The bib number, please.
And here comes the pole vault. He's down, and he did not clear it.
The bib number. Who's leading the race?
And that, number 148,
He's going down the backstretch right now.
El Camino in the pole vault. We're back to this 3,200 meter race.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Nine minutes. On
Who's
the
our
clock.
leader?
Is that the leader there?
That's our leader right there.
Right there. Number 150.
150. There we are.
That's Omar.
Omar, 150. Great. .103 is leading the girls' race.
So if I'm looking at this right, his seed time on this 3,200 is 10:22.
Correct.
So that will not be broken at this time.
Not today.
And as they're clearing around, what is the best time that you're showing here for high school varsity? Do you have that in San Diego County?
I sure do. One of the things I came in with a few of those little stats there for us. County leader right now in the 3,200 is Bryce Gilmore with a 9-minute and 43-second time. No, 0.43, so 9 minutes was Bryce Gilmore unattached, so we don't know which school he went to.
So, was that the finish?
That's the finish.
And that was probably about 10:40, 10:38.
Excellent. Excellent estimate. Good job.
10:38. And as they come across right now,
okay,
some have another lap to go, and some are finishing.
So El Camino, and Oceanside. 1, 2, 3 in that order.
So Watson, 11:09. And actually, that would be his best since.
See, he's in no time. You know, I saw him
Yeah.
run last week. He's obviously just, getting started. And I believe he's running JV, but now.
Jacob Watson.
Jacob Watson got someone to
El
watch.
Camino.
This is when one can get confused when you have this many runners on the track and some have 2 laps to go, 1 lap to go. And so this one's finishing here. Coming down the stretch. Finishing strong.
So we're ready for another sideline interview. So as we watch this, let's head down to the sidelines with Reese.
Hi, I'm Reese Mamber from El Camino, and I'm here with Melanie, who's a junior at El Camino, who you've won a lot of events today, so congrats on that.
Thank you.
What's your favorite thing about competing?
My favorite thing would probably be the energy, like the crowd cheering and my teammates cheering. I really like that.
Yeah, For sure. How did you prepare for the event that you just won?
Like the night before, I usually take an ice bath and like stretch and stuff. And I usually do like the warm-ups, like run a lap or two before an event, yeah.
Nice. Do you have any pre-race rituals that you do to get you in the mindset?
I don't know. We usually like pray before like a relay, which is cool. And like I said before, like ice bath to like loosen up my muscles and stuff like that.
Well, good job. Thank you. Back to you, John and Manny.
Okay, we're back up here, and another great interview by Reese. So as we still have a few finishers that are coming in this 3,200 meter run. As we're over here at Oceanside High School's John Carroll Stadium, track and field tournament is winding down. A lot of events today over these past few hours.
You had the finishing in the 3,200. The boys were El Camino, followed by Oceanside. And then the girls' 3,200 was El Camino, followed by Oceanside as well. So we have our last two competitors for the 3,200 finishing up.
And there's another pole vaulting and did not quite
just shot over to
clear.
the pole vault. That was Joshua. He's their number one. Just missed his attempt.
He's the number one pole vaulter?
He's their number one for El Camino. Very good.
And we're going to go down to, as we say, speaking of number one, let's go down to Logan and Elon in the field.
Thank you, John and Manny. I'm Logan Gibba from El Camino, here with Elon from Oceanside. So, Elon, after winning all 4 of your events, how do you feel after this meet?
I feel like this meet was very productive all around, not only for myself, but as a team, because we made a lot of big PRs this week, and that's really our goal.
And, you know, as El Camino is your crosstown rival, do you feel like your team and you yourself prepares more for these?
Yes, it's always good to have that good rivalry. We prepare harder. We know it's big stakes on the line. It's really for talks of the city, and we just want to put on for the city.
So you must have felt really good coming in this event.
Yes, very good.
So are you looking forward to any more meets in the future, or do you think anything else is going to come from this?
I'm looking forward to the Jaguar Invitational on this Saturday, but past that, I think it'll come good.
And I hear that you've already committed to Cal State San Marcos. What do you think about that?
I think they're a great program, and, you know, they have a lot of good things there, a lot of good people, and I think I could just grow there as a person.
Well, it sounds like you have a big future ahead of you. Thank you so much. Back to you, John and Manny.
Okay, another great interview, and we're back upstairs. As we getting near the end of this competition for 2021 between El Camino and Oceanside. Next, we will have the
girls 4x4.
4x4 meter relay, 400 meter relay varsity. That what we should have on the board. And we're looking over at triple jump.
That's Xavier Molina. We see out there thinking about his next jump. Now this man comes with a lot of discipline. He has a lot of self-discipline, works hard on Sundays with us, puts the work in, he gets the results. He's leading the county right now.
He's getting the crowd behind him.
The county leader.
I know we see it, but triple jump. Explain it.
Hop, skip, jump. So it's left, left, right, 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 left. It's that simple. You take off on one foot, you land on the next one, and then you finish with the right. It's that simple. The key thing to triple jump is speed going forward. It's keeping your forward momentum. Height has a little bit to do with it, but you have to maintain your speed in order to get the distance. So you try to even them out. Try to get each step, say 12, 12, 12. That's going to give you 36. And then just do the math. The hard part, though, is that second phase is getting yourself enough height and keeping your distance going.
So what's a normal, good triple jump?
At Oceanside, anything over 40 is normal and good.
Yeah.
That's what we strive for. That's our goal. Got to get the boys over 40. We get some of the young ladies right now are pushing 33, 34, 35. Normal at Oceanside is setting records. We had Willie Banks here, who obviously set the world record. He set records here in the county back in the day, and forever. We here at Hop City, which is Oceanside's nickname, we developed the triple jumpers here. So
I'm going to test you now, Manny. You ready?
Yes, sir.
What's the best in the world at the Olympics?
60 feet. Well, not the Olympics. The best in the world is 60 feet, and that's Jonathan Edwards, who got the world record. Right now, they're about 57 feet. The NCAA guys are running at about 57.
Well, you passed the test.
Thank you, sir. I did my homework.
Of course, I knew all that. Nah.
I gave you all the stats. Remember all these papers that are in front of you?
They're here. I got them clipped.
Thank God for stats in athletic.net. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have the girls 4x4 that's coming up. Right now we've got, looks like just El Camino's out there.
And we're looking at triple jump as well here, number 119.
That's
and
Pingley.
Here we go, the pole vault.
And that's pole vault.
Switched over to that, and he cleared. He did not. Interesting question. Have we had anybody that's cleared?
I haven't seen much of the clearing right now. Now, that's Joshua, so he may be trying to get something. It's been a rough day for the pole vaulters today, it looks.
And then, of course, I know we had the triple jump going on, and they off to the side. So I think we're getting back to that.
So this 4x4 that we see coming up. Oh, here we have triple jump again.
Triple jump number 107.
That's Michelle Dang for El Camino.
1, 2, 3.
Number 107, Michelle Dang.
So, I mean, in this case, like a few other, it's how airborne can you get, right?
How fast can you go while you're going airborne? That's the key, because if you keep your forward momentum, you're not going to have any problem. But if you go up, you're going to land straight down. So it's that balance of not going up too high, but yet getting enough speed to get you the distance. Now here comes
another triple jump coming right here.
That's Angel. And there goes the girls 4x4.
So, and we have one competitor.
El Camino is running out there by themselves. They come in with a time of 4:30.79. The county leading time for the 4x4 is held by Sage Creek. At the time, it's 4 minutes and 3 seconds, 0.84 by Sage Creek.
Four by 4 meter relay. And this is, of course, El Camino. So it'll be right around 110 on this first go-around. And she hands it off.
Isabel Martinez.
This should be over to what? Lauren Gonzalez?
Looks like Lauren Gonzalez has the stick now. That was started off by Isabel Martinez, according to what we have here on the sheet. You know, I think they mixed.
And triple jump going in the side.
That's Pingley in the triple jump that we just saw. Now, what we see out here with the girls 4x4, it's a mix of different athletes. They've changed the roster, so we don't see McCall out there right now. So this is probably just a group that they put together.
Okay.
The names aren't matching up. She's running smooth, though.
And we're looking over at the pole vaulting as well.
That's
same time, and the lower left of your screen.
There's Joshua up, and he hits the bar again.
Not over.
It's a rough day at pole vault today.
So maybe we have some downslope winds over there.
I think, well, the flag's not flying as hard, so I think it's kind of changing.
Four by 400 meter relay. You see El Camino out there.
Got one more lap to go after this.
And yeah, last handoff coming up here.
See, they mixed it up. So this is Lauren now. Lauren Gonzalez is this young lady here. Or is it?
So how many times do you have to practice that handoff? That's got to be, you know, because I guess you got to get used to who is approaching you in order to judge how their stride may be or whatever.
It's just repetition, over and over and over again. And the two styles of baton exchange is you got the back looking over to your right or your left, reaching out, or not. When you're doing the sprint, it's down below. You're holding your hand down low and the hit coming up from the low end. So it takes a lot of practice, because when you're coming in with speed, that's the difference. When they're coming in fast, you have to move fast or your timing gets thrown off.
Well, we're at the 4.5 minute mark, and this is the last leg of this.
She's finishing
race.
Strong.
The girls 4 by 400. And here she comes in to the finish line.
There's El Camino.
Right around 4:46.
Now, we don't see a team for El Camino on the boys 4x4. So we are going to see two teams for Oceanside out there, including Dasher, Gonzalez, and Nathan for varsity. And also Joel Espinoza, Diego Moran, Silas Umaran, and Elias Myland. So this is Oceanside versus Oceanside West, to be exact. And those of you who remember, we were the West campus.
And these are the varsity 5, or JV.
A little bit of history there between the two schools. Oceanside was Oceanside East and West campus leading up to 1976, when after that it became El Camino High School, which was our East campus, and of course Oceanside remained Oceanside. A little bit of...
Are you wearing a green jacket today?
I'm absolutely wearing a green jacket today. That means I'm color coordinated with the high school.
Yeah, but you should have worn a yellow hat or something, right?
Arr. That's a pirate coming out of it. Arr. It was hard for me to understand the rivalry when I first started coaching over here, but it exists. It really does. I got to tell you, it exists.
It exists, and I also see, you know, at the end of all these events that I've been involved in recently, you know, there's always the camaraderie at the end and good sportsmanship. So,
you know, that's the thing you have to push for, because when you have youth at this age, sometimes they get a little testy and they'll get at each other's throats because they know each other from each other's school, and you got to temper them and, you know, kind of guide them in the right direction about respect, and it works. But
so looking at your screen, Manny, is this event 40 or 41 in the 4 by 400 meter relay?
this is event number 41. our last and final event of the running. And we're wrapping up in the triple jump, and of course, looks like pole vault's finished now. He's wrapping
Looks
it
like
up
it.
over there.
And we're at triple jump too. We just had on the screen
128
as
number
we are yakking away.
That's Jaden Ayala, who just came through in the triple jump that we see on screen right now. El Camino. Coach Nash working with his athletes as usual
And
on the
looks like-
spot.
And we are getting ready to start this final track event.
The runners are in the blocks. The 4x4.
We're off on this one. Should be the final track event of the day.
That's it.
In this 2021 event on KOCT Sports, El Camino and Oceanside High School.
Looks like they're making a nice workout out there. Oceanside comes in with the time of 3:41 or 3:46. Best. Your county leader right now is San Marcos with the time of 3:30.56. That's San Marcos leads the county in the 4x4. 3:30.56. It's Isaiah Dasher.
And as we watch this on the lower left of your screen, we also see what looks like triple jump.
Girls triple jump. That's Silas coming up there. It's in second place. He's pushing hard. Oh no, he came up lame. Looked like that was Enrique Gonzalez who came up. With looks like he's holding his hamstring. Silas Umarin coming in for Oceanside, number 2 runner.
And we have the handoff here.
Looks like he's going to make it a workout and run with them.
That's what he's doing.
That's what it's all about. Hard work. And that's good to see. You see here, even though his man came up lame, he says, I'm going to run anyway. Gets in there, gets another workout in. Makes the coach happy. Looks good. That's Fred Wolford in the triple jump right there. Here comes Diego pushing hard. He's handing it off to Elias.
And there we go with the handoff. This is the final lap, correct?
Correct. Now Elias is on the inside lane. He's running legal with the stick. Nathan Anthony just passed him up. He's just running for the workout. He's not scoring for points. He's just out there now since his runner went down. Triple jump. That's Ja'Cory on the runway. 1, 2, 3, pop.
So as they round this final turn.
This is it for the race. The races today. We finish off strongly and joyfully, if we will, with this great meet. It's always good competition with El Camino.
Last one here, 4x400.
That's the meet there.
So under 4 minutes with that finish. And here's the last, and here's triple jump.
That's Xavier Molina. So he came in with the county leading jump of 43.4. That's Xavier, who we just saw jump last in the triple.
And this is another triple jump.
So Oceanside finished that 4x4 with a 355.322. Sounds like a good thing. It's been fun. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we're back up here.
Wrapping
Hi to
up this
everybody.
track meet, waving at you. Want to thank you for tuning in today and spending some time with us here. You know, there's a lot of great memories on this track for all of us here, all of us coaches that coach at Oceanside, including those at El Camino. We've had some great competitions. We've had great friends come through here, and you know, I'm sure a lot of us know that we lost a great runner and a great athlete here. Tony Ricketts recently passed away, and he still holds, along with 3 other runners, the boys' mile relay record here at Oceanside High School. So Tony Ricketts was a legend here, and we're going to miss him dearly.
Well, you know, I think we saw some, some fabulous races here. Races, track, field, other events that were going on. It was a fabulous day, the perfect weather for this with the cloudy skies.
Absolutely.
I brought that in myself, by the way, just for this event. And it's really been great. You know, Manny, you did a great job. It's wonderful having you here, filling us in with all the information that we needed, the background information for each and everybody here. I'm John Jednak, along with Manny Mencius. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in from the Oceanside High School John Carroll Stadium. It is, and it has been, the high school track and field competition between Oceanside and El Camino Real from KOCT Sports. Have a great day, a great evening. Stay well, stay safe.
Thank you very much.